Hello, wonderful people. Welcome to Maria Nice Designs. Hello. Today I am going to make a card for a wedding shower for my nephew. This is a base, which is a beautiful card from Anna Griffin. She makes lovely stationery and an envelope as well. I'm going to be using Hero Art's pitch black paper for the sentiment on the exterior. And this is the Spellbinders. I believe it's Vintage Stitch Squares. It says it right there. And I used these two squares. And I did this. I basically used the larger square and the smaller square. And then I'm going to put the sentiment right in that area there. And the papers that I just used... Bear with me a second. The papers I used are from the Tim Holtz Ideology in the metallic. Metallic Confections it is. It's like a rose gold. It's really beautiful, like coppery. More copper than rose gold, but very pretty. It's more of a rosy copper. I don't know how else to explain it, but that's what we have. And then what you see in the four corners here, I just used the We Are Memory Keepers Crocodile, the scalloped right there. That's what I just went like so in the four corners. Okay. And on the interior, we're going to put, let's see, wishing you a lifetime of love and happiness in the interior sentiment. And I'm going to put congratulations on the exterior on the pitch black Hero Arts paper. We Are Memory Keepers Precision Press Advanced. There we go. And that's what we'll be doing. Okay. So we're going to do the interior of the card. Do that first. Get that out of the way. Down. I'm going to be getting out Lifetime of Love from the Ton Stamp Company. There we go. I'm sure I had mentioned before that when I prep a stamp before I use it, because we know it doesn't really, it doesn't really come out as nicely as I'd like. Move this stuff out of the way. Bear with me a second. Okay. So I usually clean off the stamp and I put on Versamark ink, and that helps prep it. But you can also skip the cleaning part and just use the Versamark. just use the Versamark and you'll be good to go. So I've done that many a time. It works perfectly fine. And let me get my Versamark out. Let's see here. Versamark, wherefore art thou? There we go. All right. Let's get that on here. Trying to stay in screenshot here. That should be nicely covered. Make sure it's the right side up. And it's nice and straight. Make sure it's straight. And I got this new, show it to you a sec before I keep going. It's this cute little powder thing. You put the powder inside the puff, and then it comes out of the puff. If you could see it, see? There it is on my skin. I just love it. It's a little bit cleaner and neater. And I just use a cornstarch powder. Works great for me. Just give it a little once over here, Get that. And you can just lift it right up. There we go. comes right up. Okay. Let's regroup here. Let's put some more Versamark on just in case. Make sure it's nice and straight. It is straight as I can get it. Trying to eyeball it a bit. Okay. Make sure this is there. And it's right side too. Don't want to press too hard. I don't want to squish the writing. Let's see how that looks. Looks pretty good. I hope. I'm going to use the Ranger Superfine Embossing Powder in the silver. Let's give it a little tap here. Okay. Here I'm just showing the Wagner Dual Heat Temp tool, and I'm just embossing the interior of the card with the sentiment. Looks good. Just move this out of the way for a memento. So it's a pretty card right there. It looks quite lovely. And we're going to... Now, what I had done was I ran this through my Xyron machine. It's a crank machine, and it's basically a large piece of tape, and it puts sticky on the bottom of your card. So, I did that before I did any other die cutting. So it just peels right off, just like a sticker. It's a beautiful thing. Okay, so I'm going to lay this flat. Get this nice and straight. The good thing about it is until you press it all the way down, it doesn't stick completely. Just have to wiggle it over a little bit more here. Top and bottom, center it a little bit. See how that looks. Looks good. Just pat it down. You don't want to scratch the metal. This kind of scuffs, so you sort of like smooth it. You can see little cracks from it going through the machine. When I embossed it through the die cutting machine. So just burnish it a little bit. Looks good. Okay, so we'll do this one first. And you do know that if you take both parts of the sticky tape off, which I'm hoping and praying this comes apart. There we go. Peel it apart. And I tend to do a little bit at a time. And it's pretty sticky. It's pretty sticky. I'm going to place it. Just don't pull on the tape because it tends to warp. It kind of like does one of those, you know, pull and warp kind of a thing. It wants to stick to me, but not the paper, which is interesting. Yeah, look at that. Okay. That is very... Oh, I know why. Because I still have the backing on, people. See, this is reality card making at its best. That's why. Now see, there you go. There you go. Learn something new. Let's just, come on, Maria. Pay attention now. like wondering, why isn't it sticking? Well, because there's release paper on it. Okay. All right. Let's move on. I'll laugh at myself a little later. Here we go. And now I'm going to press a little more, take that down, and just keep on going here. Here I'm just showing the remainder of the taping of the outer frame, and we're going to just trim off the end of the tape, and there we are. We're done. And we will gently make sure it's at the right position here. In the back of here, again, remove the release paper so we don't forget that there's release paper on it. I crack myself up, you know. Okay, what I did was I put Fun Foam over all of that tape, and then I put glitter glue on top of that, so I had a little bit of wiggle room in order to place this. And I remembered to turn the camera on because I actually did place it down and realized, oh yeah, I have to turn the camera on so people can see what I'm doing. Okay, so that looks pretty good, right? Not bad. Sorry about the glare. It's, you know, it's foil, so it's gonna happen, people. Glare is gonna happen on foil. Okay, so that looks pretty nice. I'm debating whether I should use the black or a piece of white. I do have the silver paper left over. If I can just put the black over that. Let's see. Okay, so here you see that I did put the black paper onto the silver. So now I'm just gonna powder that a little bit with my puff. Some of that excess off. Use my nails as best as I can so I don't get fingerprints on it. And we're going to again take the Versamark ink, which I have here. I'm going to use it on the congratulations. Believe it or not, the tape that I used pulled off some of my polish, which I don't think I've ever had happen before, but there's always a first time for everything. All right, so make sure you're straight. You're straight. There we go. Okay. I'm going to heat up my heating tool again. I'm just going to put some of the embossing powder on the sentiment, and then I'm going to heat it up with my heating tool. And I'm just basically getting it nice and shiny. And there you go, all done. All right, that should be cool enough. There we go, look at that. It's a thing of beauty, folks. It's so beauteous. All right, let's bring this card back. And let's see, do we want to put it all the way across? Yeah, I think we can. That'd be really nice. I think that's more centered like so. So, we're just gonna snip off the end here. Just like that. Put a little bit of tape under each end. And we're good to go. Truly a challenge. The struggle is real, folks. Look, I can't get it. Anybody else have this fun type of stuff? Okay. Let's make sure it's centered here. Look at that. Isn't that beauteous? There we go. On the inside, wishing you a lifetime of love and happiness. Okay. Thank you so much for joining me today, and we'll come back and have some more fun soon. Thank you so much for your time, and I appreciate it very much. Please be kind with your words, as you always are, and I truly appreciate that. And you can share me, and also if you could give me a thumbs up. Take care. Blessings. Till next time.